What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? All right, let's get this party started. Let's light this fuse. What's happening out there? Kind of a boring Sunday. Not a whole lot of news today. Not a whole lot of news going on. But nevertheless, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it, guys. All right, so we got 0 super chats to start off with, so we're just going to get right into it, I suppose. Let's look at Bitcoin. What's it doing? Got as high earlier today as about $119,139. That was a nice move on Bitcoin out of nowhere, guys. Out of nowhere. Back to 118,450. But was it out of nowhere? Was it? Right? A lot of people, now I was seeing some comments and people were like scared because Bitcoin was going up and Bitcoin dominance started to go up, so people were scared. Really? Like, really? So now you're bearish when Bitcoin pumps? Like, what? You know? Just kind of funny, I guess. Kind of funny. Yeah, it's not a bad thing when Bitcoin pumps, guys. I don't know how that kind of got ingrained in people's heads. Maybe people are so greedy for their altcoins to pump that they're upset that they think that altcoins season's not going to happen because I don't know. Anyway, let's go have a look at it. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance and stuff. See what's going on out there in crypto. Danny with the super chat. No super chats. The resident Super Saiyan sends a super chat to kick off the stream. Jasmy chart looking good. I'll have a look at it once we have a look at the Bitcoin dominance and stuff, brother. That will be next up on the list. And thank you so much for being the first one to send a super chat today. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Okay, so looking over at the total 2, We had the breakout. We had the rejection off this blue line here, guys. I put this blue line here yesterday, and I told you it was probably going to be a significant level, right, of temporary resistance, as it was back here. It was relevant, and further back as well. So it's no surprise. People should not be shocked when I put this line here yesterday. Now we're rejecting off of there, but that's not a big deal, right? Give it a couple days. It's Sunday, for crying out loud, right? There's no volume in the altcoins. So bullish nonetheless, my friends. Bullish nonetheless. This is going to continue to the upside. I'm not even in the slightest bit concerned about that. Let's go over to the Bitcoin dominance. So, see, Bitcoin dominance crashed below resistance. It's at 60.39. Look, we're not even back above resistance on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin's going up. And here's another thing, guys. I've explained this like 100 times. That's probably an understatement. I've explained it like 1,000,000 times. Because Bitcoin dominance is dropping, doesn't mean Bitcoin's price is dropping. So if Bitcoin's pumping, that's not a bad thing. You're not going to see every single day Ethereum and the altcoins pumping and Bitcoin just going sideways. You're not going to see that every day. Some days Bitcoin's going to go on a leg up and altcoins are going to consolidate. That's going to happen, right? Nothing is, I don't know if someone told you that it's just straight up and to the right and that's it. I don't know where that came from, that kind of thought process, but yeah, I don't understand how some people are bearish today. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Lord of the Realm gifting out 5 memberships. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm a little crotchety today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to fight it off. I'm a little cranky, so bear with me, right? Low tolerance level today. Strawberry Dragon in the house. So happy I found you, Rob. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Hey, absolutely. I got your back, Strawberry. I got your back. You know that. So let's go over, and here's the thing on the M2 chart, right? Is that it shouldn't be a surprise that Bitcoin made a leg up, because if we turn the M2 back on, let's bring the M2 back down. Let me just clear this up. All right. So what are we looking at right now? People are surprised Bitcoin made a move up, but if you look at the M2 right now, let me bring it up here. Where are we? We're on the next leg up. We're supposed to be moving up with the M2, right? So people should be excited about the fact that Bitcoin's climbing back up. We got a pretty big leg up to go here, guys. We got a pretty big leg up to go. We got to get back up over $120,000. And I got a piece that we're going to go over today that covers just why that's possible, okay? So, absolutely. But let me get into the chat. I just realized I haven't gone through any of the chat yet. Let's go through there, see what's going on. John, blessings, my friend. Smash the like button. Yes, guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing at all. So, I mean, why wouldn't you go ahead and do that for me? Go ahead and do that for me. I'm here to educate and inform. So do me the favor and just hit the like button. It's an easy thing to do, right? We have 181 people watching and only 50 likes, guys. Let's get the likes up. William, good to see you, buddy. J Money, Bulbasaur's in the house. First Pokemon of the day. Quentin, what's up, buddy? Bebot, FLA gang, Florida gang in the house, hanging tight. Let's get it. Absolutely. I look forward to being down in Florida next year, man. Next hockey season. Let's go. Spuds, what's going on, buddy? Scone, alt season is coming. Can't wait. Hope all has been well. Yes, all is well. Had a good morning at church this morning. You know, I don't know. I don't know why I'm cranky right now. I'm very, very cranky, and I don't know why. I cannot justify it, damn it. I can't justify it, right? What do we got here? Big Fish. Feel I'm sitting on a powder keg. Hope I don't screw it up. Hey, you won't screw it up. You won't screw it up. You'll be fine. Things are about to go nuts, guys. And the funny thing is, even though we're saying it, people will still be caught off guard. Nia says, it's happening, Rob. I can't thank you enough for keeping me stay level-headed. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, no problem. Parallel Life, what's going on? Kizza, my dude. ZBEC to $1.05. You just keep upping that price. It's going to be $1.10 tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Speaking of tomorrow, guys, just so you guys know, starting tomorrow morning about 9:30 a.m. Central, I'm going to start doing a first thing in the morning live stream. It's going to be something that I kind of wanted to try out. It will be, we're going to go through the news together in the morning. Before I know anything that's going on in crypto, anything that's going on, I'm going to hop on, we're going to live, we're going to go through all of the news, we're going to see what's going on and what the setup is for the day. So that will be starting tomorrow morning. Hopefully you guys are here with me, 9:30 a.m. Central-ish, give or take 5-10 minutes. But all I'm going to do, I'm going to get up, get my tea, and we're going to go live. So I won't know anything. You'll see my reaction to the daily news in real time. Big Mike, my dude, being here, getting my back on a day where I'm not feeling so great. Thank you so much, man. Pack your bags, family. Rob, keep leading us, brother. Don't ever get sidetracked due to others not doing research. Respect. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying that, man, because I was a little bit crotchety at a comment I saw in one of my videos this morning. Like, somebody was calling ZBEC overhyped S-Coin or something, and I'm just like, man, you know, I could go on a 15-minute rant about people like that, but you know what, Big Mike, God bless, brother. You know, you've kind of given me the, you know, the Holy Spirit here, man. I'm not going to go on a rant. I'm not going to feed into my own negativity today. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Charmander's in the house. What's going on? What's going on? Good to see you, buddy. Charmander's in the house. Andy, Spencer told me ETH would pump 1,000% every day, Rob. Ex-bull riders suck. I love it. I love it, brother. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Damn that Spencer. We're going to have to mute that guy for 24 hours or something, right? Oh, man. I love you guys. Where were we here? Charmander in the house. Second Pokemon of the day. The morning after guy. Is it even possible to be over bullish on ZBEC? Well, I mean, if you're feeling bullish, times that by 10, double it, and then triple it, and then you're still only half as bullish as you need to be, right? Kizza, no, it's not. ZBEC is the chosen one. Yes, absolutely. I have dreamt about it for the last 8 months. That's because I keep pounding it into your head. Tola, supporting the channel. Thank you so much, Tola. I appreciate you, man. And I always love your little profile pictures and stuff, man, over here and on the Patreon. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, guys. You lifted my spirits, guys. You lifted my spirits. Where are we here? Yo, happy Sunday, peeps. Another weekly close. Yes, that's the thing, right? Bulls are pushing, Bitcoin bulls are pushing for a strong weekly close on Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens later this evening. That's going to be, let's go back over and look at the weekly actually for Bitcoin. Look at that green weekly candle, guys. Oof, boom. This weekly candle, look at this. This weekly candle went from $112,600 at the low to $119,113 at the high. That's a crazy big candle, guys. How big in total? Let's see how big of a weekly candle that is. That is about a 5.75% weekly candle on Bitcoin. That's pretty big for Bitcoin, guys. Holy smokes. You love to see that. You'll love to see that. So, haven't caught one of your lives in so long. Nice to see some green days ahead. Absolutely. Can't wait for my first parabolic experience of bags Locked and loaded. Nice, Kizza. I don't know how Rob hasn't got 100K YouTube subs. This man is the crypto realist, whether red or green. Yeah, I'm always here, man. I'm always here for you guys, right? I don't just show up on days that it's easy. I show up on days that it's hard. That's what she said. Lord of the Realm, what's going on? Jake the Snake, Roberto. I missed the dryer noise. It's actually on in the background right now. I got the laundry door open across the hall there. Happy Sunday, my friend. Terry's in the house. Let's get this party started. Go time. What's happening, brother? Greetings from the Netherlands. Absolutely, man. Dave, good to see you. What's up, man? Chady, I'm sitting on my hands waiting for Nadix to fly. Push the like button for good luck to return. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. If you don't hit the like button, you're actually canceling altcoin season. So, I mean, you're only hurting your own bags. H. Barbarina in the house. What's going on, my dude? What is going down? Good to see you. Good to see you. Where are we? Where are we? Lost my spot. Lily, good day. Good to see you. Good to see you. Beebs, my dude. Over on Blueprint as well. Thanks for the support, brother. Over the top. What's happening? Hey, Rob, how long does alt season last after BTC tops? I mean, it could be anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks. 4 to 8 weeks is possible after altcoin season ends, or sorry, after Bitcoin tops. So going back over to the M2, right? Now, guys, this is something I really am encouraging you guys to pay attention to. Now, there's a caveat that it's an 80% correlation, right? As you can see here, right in this area, Bitcoin spiked up while the M2 was kind of a little bit lower. So it's an 80% correlation. You'll see minor little changes, little differences like this here, right? But nothing dramatically different. You're not going to see a massive, like, you don't see often, like, Bitcoin will follow the M2 and then Bitcoin will just go down while the M2 is still going up. Like, you won't see something dramatic like that, right? You'll see minor deviations and stuff 20% of the time. But for the most part, this is what I want you guys to really be focused on here, okay? And that is, I've showed this before, this trend line right here, right? If we do not put in a higher high on the M2, I've talked about this a few times, if we just continue downwards, then that means that this is the top for Bitcoin in that range. It's not going to be to the day, right? But for the most part, this is going to be the top for Bitcoin, right? And that is somewhere around the end of September, which is the end of next month, okay? So what do we have left of August? 3 weeks, so 4, that's like 7 weeks until the top of Bitcoin, right? Which lines up, believe it or not, because altcoins will continue to move up with Bitcoin in that time frame. And then altcoins will run anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks after Bitcoin tops. So that would put altcoins running and topping somewhere around November, beginning of November, something like that would be the top. End of October, beginning of November-ish, maybe middle of November. So it all lines up perfectly with a few different metrics, okay? That lines up perfectly with the fact that there is an average of about 525 days between the Bitcoin halving event and the peak of every cycle, okay? That lines up perfectly with it topping around this time frame, all right? Then you take into consideration, me personally, my price prediction for Bitcoin in the peak of this cycle, as you guys know, I've said it a million times, between about 150 and 200,000 on the bullish end, but I said between 150 and 180, I think is where the top of Bitcoin's going to be, right? I know you're seeing some crazy price predictions out there, 300, 500,000. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the cycle's running into next year. I think that this is lining up perfectly. And also another metric that you should take into consideration is the sentiment, the crypto sentiment, right? And what I mean by that is that most people are starting to subscribe to the fact that they think Bitcoin and the crypto cycle is going to go into next year. That tells me we're not going into it. The market will almost always do the opposite of what everyone thinks it's going to do. And it's becoming very, very broadly accepted at this point that Bitcoin, the Bitcoin cycle is going into 2026 and that the 4-year cycle is broken, right? That is another red flag for me. So in saying that, if we do see Bitcoin top in this range, it would be right here between about $145,000 and $150,000, right? If by this point Bitcoin is at around $145,000 to $155,000, for me, I'm going to say that's the top, right? I'm going to say that's the top. And I mean, we do need another couple weeks. Probably by the end of August, we'll have a better idea of what the M2 is going to do over here. This is very important as well. Paying attention to what the M2's next move is going to be, right? Is it going to continue to roll over? Because if it is, I'll tell you, in this range here, I'm going to be looking for the exit, right? I'm going to be looking for the exit, guys. Last thing you want to be is a bag holder for 4 more years because somebody told you that Bitcoin cycle was going into 2026. Listen, I know this is a hard pill to swallow. Like that Bitcoin at this point, especially if you're new to crypto, that Bitcoin may only go to around $150,000, but you're only looking at it from where the price is right now. That's recency bias, okay? We were buying Bitcoin and alts at the bottom of this bear market at $15,000, okay? $15,000 to $150,000 is not a bearish performance by any stretch of the imagination for Bitcoin, right? And on top of that, that doesn't mean you need to feel bearish on your altcoins. If you're holding the majority of your bags in altcoins, Bitcoin topping around, you know, the end of September around $150,000, that's not a bad thing for your altcoins. Altcoins are going to be at higher prices by then, first of all, and then altcoin season's going to hit, right? So, I mean, your alts are still going to perform massively. So you don't need to feel bearish about that, okay? So in my opinion, this is playing out perfectly to what I've been saying all along, this whole cycle, right? 525 days between the halving and the peak of the cycle brings us, I've said all along, somewhere between the middle of September and the middle of October. So ending at the end of September would be perfectly in line with that, right? The M2 rolling over at the exact same time lines up perfectly with that, right? Bitcoin dominance right now has been on a steady decline, dramatic steady decline, which lines up perfectly with that. The total 2 market cap has been on a steady incline, which lines up, everything lines up with that, guys, right? So I'm telling you, this is where I'm paying attention right now, right here. Because if the M2 keeps doing this, this is roughly, in my opinion, this is going to be close to the top of the cycle. And anybody holding after that is going to get destroyed. Now, you're going to see a big dump off, and then you're going to see this leg back up. Let me show you something about this leg back up here, okay? And people are going to say here, oh, see, it's not over. It's not over. We're going back up. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, my friends. Let's go to Bitcoin's chart from 2020, okay? I just happened to get on this little bit of a roll here, and we're going. So it's learning time with Rob, okay? It's learning time with Rob. You gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. All right. So if we go back in time, where are we here? 2024. Okay. Let's go back in time. Oof! Look at this mess. We were doing a lot of doodling. Holy smokes! Let's just clean this up a little bit. You know what? Screw it. I'll just clean the whole chart up. Okay, so let's go back, right? Right here was the top for Bitcoin. Right here, okay? So then you had a dump off, very similar to what I just showed you over on the M2, right? Then what happened is Bitcoin started to work its way back up right here, right? Right here is where you start to see people say, see, it's not topped. We're going back up for another top. And then people start buying again. And then what happens, right? That's a fake out. What happens is this happens, right? You don't want to be that guy. No one wants to be that guy, right? So You got to be careful with that, right? There will always be a fake out after the top. You have to be conscious of that as well, right? And with so many content creators out there telling you things, guys, it's hard. It's hard to know. So this is what I'm looking at, guys. This is most likely for me. This most likely, if the Bitcoin or if the M2 does not put in a higher high, which means it's going to have to go, unless the M2 gets above that line right there and puts in another higher high. It's just rolling over. It's just putting in higher lows or lower highs. Lower highs. Putting in lower highs. Okay. So, and I really do. I'm really starting to believe, guys, that this here is going to be the top somewhere near the end of September. So, in saying that, if that is the fact, we are most likely about to see a very violent move to the upside, which is right here in the charts. Look at, you're about to see this happen, right? So get in where you fit in, guys, but that's how I think it's going to play out. And I would be very, very careful about people telling you about super cycles, 4-year cycle being broken, and that 2026 is going to be bigger and stuff like that. Have your plan in place, have your exit price points in place, and stick to your plan. For the love of all that is holy, stick to your plan. Do not get wrecked because somebody's telling you. Guys, it was the same thing in 2021. I promise you, it was the same thing, right? Bitcoin was around about $145,000 or about $45,000 and $50,000, and everyone was calling for a $200,000 to $250,000 Bitcoin, and they were saying that 2022 was going to be bigger than 2021. It was going to be a super cycle. They were saying the 4-year cycle's dead. They were saying all the same stuff that you're hearing right now. Okay, and this is why time in the market beats timing the market, because I have been here for multiple cycles, and I can tell you with no uncertainty, in no uncertain terms, that exactly the same thing was happening at this point in the last cycle. The same people were saying the same things about super cycles and all that stuff, and they got a lot of people wrecked that listened to them, right? You're even seeing people in the comment section getting angry because they don't want to hear that the top of Bitcoin's going to be around $150,000, right? They don't want to hear that stuff. So they're going to be vitriol. There's going to be vitriol. They're going to be toxic. They're going to attack me and stuff like that. And that's fine, right? But those are the same people that are going to get wrecked when things crash, right? So what I would say, I don't want to see anybody get wrecked, guys. I don't, right? I care about all of you guys. But if you believe with full conviction that there's going to be a super cycle and that I'm wrong, because I could be, right? I could be. But if you believe I'm wrong and you're just going to hold your bags into 2026, just mentally and emotionally accept that there's a strong possibility you're riding your bags for 4 more years, right? I don't want to hear people getting angry and stuff when they chose to hold their bags through 2026, when I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen, right? And you're riding your bags down. I don't want to see you angry that you chose to hold your bags longer than you should have, right? My job over on the Patreon is to make sure that my community does not end up being bag holders for 4 more years. That's not happening to my people, right? So be careful, guys. I'm sorry I'm rambling here. I got to catch up on the super chats here. H. Barbarina, cheer up, Rob. We appreciate what you. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you too. Gamma Goddess, there she is. Let's get this money. Absolutely. Kay Lily, hey Rob, was there ever a super cycle? No, there has never been a super cycle ever in crypto. Never. The 4-year cycle has never not played out. The 4-year cycle has played out 100% of the time. since crypto has existed. So, Candyman, is it true that exercise helps with decision making? I went for a run this morning and decided never to do that again. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah, you always get me laughing in the, every live stream, brother. I appreciate you, man. Shannon, what's up, man? Grateful for you, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ramona, there she is. How was the open mic after I went to bed last night? Let me know. Go time, everyone. Thank you, Rob, for all you. Hey, no problem. My guy Jeffrey, because you're awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And Ramona says, "Hey, Jake, what's going down?" Absolutely, absolutely. Holy smokes, we reached our goal. Wow, I really didn't think we were going to reach our goal today, guys. Thank you so much for that. Let's set another goal. Okay, so yeah, I kind of got sidetracked there, guys. I apologize, but I wanted to, show you guys why there's not going to be a super cycle, in my opinion, right? There's not going to be a super cycle or anything like that. There will be a bear market. That's just my opinion. I think we top with right around the same range as the M2, right? So, I'll have a better idea at the end of August. I may pivot what I'm saying right now at the end of August. I'll tell you that right now, because if the M2 does something like this and starts putting in a higher high, well, then that gives me reason to believe that we're going further, right? But as it stands right now, all we've done is put in a lower high, which is a bearish structure, right? So, yeah, something to pay attention to, guys. That's what I say. Be ready. Be ready to take profits and be ready to get out of this market, because the time is coming. Tick-tock, clock's ticking. Lion, what's up, buddy? Want to say I appreciate all the effort you put in. Even on the tougher days, you're making a bigger impact than you realize. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate your kind words. I appreciate it. All right, so I ranted so long that the odds of me catching up on this chat are probably zero. BTC definitely about to start moving. Top will be September. Yes, exactly. Going to be so many holders. Yes, exactly, TJ. Exactly, brother. Paul, good to see you, buddy. I hit Gary daily. BTC maxis are never happy. Yeah, exactly. Top between 140 and 100. Yeah, I could see. That's exactly. I agree. I wouldn't be shocked if we hit about 144, 145K, and that was the end for Bitcoin, right? So I wouldn't be surprised. Crypto Mom, what snacks are you in your purse today? Matt, all man full short sinned of God's glory, but the good news is God loved you so much he sent Jesus Christ. Yes, you're absolutely right. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Alfonso, what's up, buddy? Oh, house. I think I missed the boat and went heavy in XCN. I really hope you never missed the boat, man. All of the altcoins, for the most part, are still going to pump, right? So, listen, here's another thing, guys. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later in a video, but I'm sorry to go on another rant, but this is stuff you need to know. I watched a video. I was getting ready for church this morning. I was shaving and stuff like that, and I had YouTube on in the background. This channel comes on. I'm not going to out the person or anything, but the message that this person was delivering was so dangerous. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But the way it was being delivered sounds like he was making sense. And that's what's scary for new people in crypto. This guy, to sum up what he was saying, no word of a lie, he was saying with conviction that if you are holding altcoins that haven't really pumped yet, you should sell them and buy coins that are pumping, is essentially what he was saying. If you're holding a coin that hasn't started to moon yet, then you should probably sell it because it's a dud, and you should buy something that's already pumping or has already pumped. He was trying to convince his followers to sell red candles and buy green ones. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You got to be careful out there, guys. You got to be careful out there. And he was saying it with such conviction, even I was like, It kind of makes sense the way he's saying it, but that's the worst idea I've ever heard, right? Uh, so do you think that ETH moving forward down the road will be better investment versus BTC? At least ETH has utility versus BTC. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to Ethereum, um, the institutions don't care about its utility, right? So I think the utility of it is completely irrelevant. Ethereum may very well become just a simple store of value, digital gold, digital silver, similar to Bitcoin, if it keeps up at this rate, right? When's the time period to sell? October. Ask me over on the Patreon, and I will tell you. We help everybody with their exit strategies over on the Patreon, my friend. Harlow, my dude. Hey, Rob, in Rob, we trust. Let's stay focused, patient family. We are the 10% club. Yes. Why you shouldn't super chat while driving. Yes. Be careful, Jeff. Be careful, brother. Kizza, looking at the M2 chart, looks like it's testing a resistance line. I guess the next 2 weeks will tell us. Yeah, exactly, Kizza. We will know a lot more at the end of August, right? We just got to let the M2 continue to play out right now. So Bitcoin tops, alt season is here, end of September. Yeah, alts will continue to run. That's when you'll start to see capital start to rotate from Bitcoin into the altcoins, right? Triple B beast mode. Rob showed up for us after making life-changing cash, says it all. Thanks, dude. Hey, no problem, brother. I got your back. Oh, we're all caught up in the chat. There you go. I apologize if I missed some comments, guys. I went on like a 15-minute kind of thing, but let's go have a look at the altcoins. Let's go look at the bubbles. What's going on out there before we wrap this thing up, guys? Kind of a quiet Sunday. We got some pumping going on. Swift coin starting to run. Tars AI, Supra's having a good day. XPR pumping again. You love to see that. Let's go a little bit broader here. Aerodrome still up. Farm, Chainlink, Toshi's looking good. Triple V. Looks like things are trying to start to turn around here for the afternoon. Let's go even broader. Let's go to the top 100. Wow. Lido's still going. Radium's up. Looking good. Hype, Chainlink, Crow. You still thinking retracement in September? It's starting to look like that retracement's going to happen in October. And then we'll have a kind of another bounce, and then that's kind of it. That's kind of what it's looking like is going to happen. That's why I say, guys, you got to be over on the Patreon because we're shifting in real time, right? We're tracking this in real time, and if you miss it, you miss it, man, right? Why would you spend 3-4 years in a cycle only to half-ass it at the end, right? By hoping somebody's going to tell you for free what you should do, right? Life-changing wealth doesn't come that way. It's less than the price of a cup of coffee to get over to the Patreon, guys. So yeah, altcoins are looking good over on the weekly, guys. Look at the weekly. Now that's what you want to see. Gorgeous. Let's have a look at the Ethereum chart. I know you guys want to see what's up with Ethereum. A lot of people are feeling panicked right now. So Ethereum is not doing anything scary, guys. It's just kind of consolidating near where it topped, right? We're still above $4,200, $4,232 right now. I really do think we're going to push up and we're going to test 4,500 really soon. Probably, if not Monday, because you guys know Mondays are liars, right? So if we see a bit of a red Monday, I think the rest of the week's going to be up to the upside, right? So maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, we see that push up. We see a little bit of consolidation here for Ethereum, you know, a little bit of a bull flag or bull pennant, and then boom, up to 45, the next level of resistance, and we'll just kind of take it from there, right? But right now, Ethereum looks good, guys. It looks strong, and there's no need to be worried. A little bit of consolidation after this look at this big move it just made. 4 days in a row of pump action, right? It's only normal to have a little bit of consolidation here before the next leg up, right? So just be patient. It's all good. All right, so let's get into an article or two before we get out of here, shall we? Bitcoin short squeeze could push price to 120K. Bitcoin traders are closely watching a massive liquidity pool forming just above the current price. According to market analysis, it's the largest pool seen in weeks, and its location could be a critical driver for BTC's next move. Liquidity pools like this often act as magnets for price movement, especially when leveraged positions are in play. With Bitcoin consolidating at in a tight range, the setup appears ripe for a sharp upward move. Large liquidity above the market often tempts aggressive buying, especially when short sellers are caught off guard. A short squeeze happens when traders betting against an asset are forced to buy back at higher prices, creating rapid upward momentum. Right now, Bitcoin's short sellers might be in a dangerous position. The presence of liquidity pools means that BTC's price pushes upward even slightly. It could trigger a cascade of stop loss orders on short positions that forced buying could amplify the move, potentially propelling Bitcoin toward $120,000. Market sentiment also plays a role here. If traders sense that a short squeeze is underway, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, could bring even more buying pressure into the market. And we are kind of seeing that. If you look, you got this liquidity level up here, guys. Let's go look at the liquidation levels right now. So basically, guys, when too many people put in shorts, let's go to the broader time frames here. That's the weekly. Let's go to the monthly. Right, if you look out on the monthly time frame here for shorts, and so everything on the right side here of this red line going up is short positions with stop losses put in, okay? And everything on the left is long positions with stop losses put in, okay? So when the price of Bitcoin, this red line, drops, right, what happens is all of these positions get liquidated. So that drives the price down because all of those positions have to sell off their Bitcoin to pay off the position, right? So that adds selling pressure. So it's a long squeeze, and that drives the price down. And the opposite end of that, for a short squeeze, the same thing happens. So if the price, or this red line, moves up, right? Let's say it moves up here to $122,000. Well, as you can see, you've got $12.28 billion worth of short positions, okay? So what happens is those people are betting the price is going down. So if the price goes up instead, these guys have to buy Bitcoin to settle their positions, right? So that adds buying pressure to Bitcoin. So the short squeeze pushes the price up. Hopefully that makes sense, right? So that's how short squeezes and long squeezes work, right? Longs get squeezed, they have to sell off Bitcoin, which causes selling pressure, which pushes the price down. Short positions get liquidated, they have to buy Bitcoin, which adds buying pressure, which pushes the price up. That's why when you hear short squeeze, it is very, very bullish for price appreciation, and a long squeeze, not so much, right? So do not mess with leverage if you don't know what you're doing, my friends, okay? Absolutely never mess with leverage. Digital Joey, I'm always here in the background because I'm weird. Been watching and winning since November. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Jake the Snake, the bear market will likely affect crypto, stocks, housing. Everything is overinflated. Crypto is just playing catch up. Yes, you're absolutely right. And I have said this quite a few times. I think the end of 2026, but more into 2027, I think that all markets are going to be taking a way bigger hit than people are anticipating, right? And it's scary because so many people, you're seeing so many people out there saying they think there's not going to be a bear market at all, right? There's people out there that think that, right? And there's people who think it's not going to be as bad of a bear market. I think that that's the general consensus, which makes it more dangerous, in my opinion, that we're going to have a worse bear market than people are anticipating, not just in crypto, in stocks, like you were saying, in real estate, in everything. I think you're going to see in 2027, I think, as weird as it is to say this, the place to be is going to be in cash in 2027, right? And you're going to be, that is the time to be buying up everything: crypto, stocks, real estate, precious metals, whatever it is, man. That is the time to build your portfolio for 2029, right? So, and if you need help with that, get over to the Patreon. We will help you with that, right? Ari, what's going down? Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a great day. Absolutely. Jake the Steak, agree. Roberto, there you go. Ray, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Johnny, my dude, guys. Johnny, the OG, the very first channel member on Crypto Future. He's been with me all these years now. I know it's weird to say that, but yes, it's been a few years now. Johnny has been with me since the beginning, the OG member. Welcome back, brother. Ray says, hit the like button. Ramona, great explanation. I finally fully understand the shorts versus the long squeezes. Yes, I figured, hey, why not take advantage and go on a little bit of an explanation, right? Absolutely. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So yeah, we'll just continue to track the M2, guys. Ethereum still holding above $4,233, which is fantastic. Bitcoin is, where are we on Bitcoin here? 118,462. Bitcoin's looking good. We're going to have a pretty good daily close today, or pretty good weekly close today, guys. That's what it's looking like. Let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. So, yeah, it looks like bulls are pushing. Looks like the Bitcoin bulls are pushing for a good weekly close here for Bitcoin. And it's going to be, as we saw, I'll show you guys again the weekly time frame. Monster candle here. You love to see that, guys. If we go a little bit broader, let's go to the monthly. The monthly is probably red. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. We got a lot of months left to go, but you know, this will be the highest monthly closing candle in Bitcoin's history at the end of this month. But there's still a ways to go, right? Unless we collapse back down below this one. But yeah. Jared, what's up, buddy? I'm here, just got to work. Thanks for all 50 push-ups, brother. You're late. Beebs, we'll be in cash selecting our crypto portfolios in the bear market. Early bird gets the worm. Yes. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not just going to be scooping up for my portfolio in the bear market over on the Patreon. I'm going to be scooping up crypto. I'm going to be letting you guys know if I'm buying any real estate. I'm going to be letting you guys know what stocks I'm buying, what precious metals I'm buying. All of my investments, my entire portfolio, I'm going to be sharing that over on the Patreon through the entire next cycle, guys. So if you want to diversify and you want to, you know, build a healthy portfolio, you're going to need to be over on the Patreon in the community, my friends. It's less than a cup of coffee a day, guys. Like, it's insanely cheap. AF, thanks for your explanation, brother. Always love your analysis. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Johnny, yeah, when I joined, I felt like I got into BTC back when it was $1, and now this channel feels like Bitcoin all-time high. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Remember when there was only like 10 of us in the live streams and stuff? It's funny. Digital Joey, I changed my name from Desert Guy. Oh, there you go. There you go. I thought I recognized that picture. AF, I joined late, brother. We'll definitely do some push-ups. Yes, 50 push-ups. You know the fee. You know the fine. All right, guys. I got to get over to the Patreon. I got a coaching call I got to do. If you want to get in on a coaching call, guys, if you need assistance, it's less than the price of a cup of coffee a day. Get over to the Patreon. I also am dropping that microcap gem video today over there as well. You're not going to want to miss it. We will be live later. Also, guys, we're live every day. Microcap gem, swing trade opportunities. Check it out. The link is down below. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. It's everywhere you want to be. Gamma Goddess dropping that share. Thank you, Ramona, Andy, and Jason. The open mic goats. Yes, absolutely. Open mic last night too, guys. 100%. Wise Mind, hey Rob, I sold my bags back to 9 to 5. We go. Ted DiBiase for me. Actually, before I leave, guys, I almost forgot. Somebody asked me at the beginning to look at the Jasmy charts. I apologize. I almost forgot. Let's look at the Jasmy chart briefly here before I go. I don't want to do you dirty. Let's clean it up. Pow! See what's going on. All right, Jasmy having a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a bouncy bounce here, putting in higher lows. You love to see that, right? You love to see these higher lows taking place. How high can we go here, though? You got some resistance. I mean, you'll probably come back up and retest resistance around here. I mean, you've got another significant level. Here's where you're going to want to break above, right? Here's where you're going to want to break above, right about there. That's going to be a tough level. You're going to meet some resistance there. You might ping pong inside of here, and then you got about a 50-50 chance of breaking to the upside. But I think you will break to the upside because the macro, right, with all of the altcoins getting ready to take off, everything's going to go, right? So absolutely. Ramona and Gamma are the best. Yes, they are. Absolutely. All right, guys, I am getting over to the Patreon. I got to get ready for a coaching call over there. I'll see you guys over there. The link, again, is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.